Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of the Traffic Jam Epidemic. I'm your host, Jack Subaru, and today we're gonna do something a little different. We're going deep into the roots of traffic jams. Why do we spend hours sitting in cars, inching forward like we're in a slow-motion race to nowhere? We're going to break it down, unpack the stats, and take a hard look at all the hidden reasons behind those endless traffic lines. So, get comfy, grab a coffee, or, maybe just stare out the window and pretend you're not about to be stuck in traffic yourself after listening to this LMFAO asterisk. But hey, we're not just here to complain about traffic, although that's fun too. No. Today, we're going to look at the causes in depth, and by the end of this, you'll feel like a traffic scientist, armed with data, stats, and some real understanding of what's going on out there on the road. So, let's dive in, and be sure to stick around, because at the end, I'm going to ask for your thoughts on traffic, and maybe even your worst traffic nightmare. Trust me, you'll want to contribute to this one. Asterisk, alright, so you're sitting in traffic. It's that dreaded, slow-moving sea of cars. And you're just wondering, what is going on here? Well, let's go ahead and break this down with some surprising stats and facts. .*1.congestion.now. This one's the biggest culprit. If you're in a big city, the roads were never really designed to handle the number of vehicles that are out there today. We've got more cars than ever, but not necessarily more roads. The Texas A&M Transportation Institute, TAMU, reports that in 2020, the average American spent around 99 hours a year stuck in traffic. That's almost 4 days. Just imagine, 4 days of your life, slowly crawling at 10 miles per hour, not to mention the frustration, right? Now, add in the population growth, and you get a recipe for more congestion. It's like trying to fit 10 pounds of potatoes in a 5-pound bag. You can't do it. Asterisk, and here's the kicker, TAMU also found that more than half of all urban congestion occurs during peak hours, when we're all trying to go to the same places at the same time. So yeah, that's why you're sitting in traffic for hours when you're just trying to get to the grocery store. Asterisk, quick poll here. Folks, think about your daily commute for a second. How many of you find yourself in gridlock during rush hour? Or maybe, you're just driving for 5 minutes and bam, you hit a wall of traffic. Tweet me or hit me up on our social channels. I want to hear about the craziest traffic jam you've experienced. Asterisk 2. Accidents.its. The traffic cause that everyone immediately points to. Accidents. Unfortunately, they're responsible for a huge chunk of the delays we face. Research from INRIX, a company that tracks global traffic patterns, found that accidents make up roughly 25% of all traffic congestion in the US. That's a quarter of all the traffic-related pain you experience. And it's often because the road has to be cleared or drivers slow down to stare. In fact, it's estimated that in the US, accidents cause the average commuter to lose about 11 minutes per day due to delays. And during peak times, that number can shoot up. Asterisk, and don't get me started on the phenomenon of where drivers slow down not to help, not to offer a hand, but to get a look. Guilty as charged. Right, I've been there. The traffic's at a standstill, you finally get to the scene, and it's like the scene of the accident is a movie set. There's nothing going on, but everyone's slowing down like they're watching a thrilling chase scene. But all that slowing down just makes things worse. Asterisk 3. Rubbernecking and the slow down to see syndrome. So, rubbernecking itself is like this little psychological glitch in human behavior. We just have to know what's going on. But here's the thing, the data is in, and it's a huge cause of traffic. According to a 2019 study in the Journal of Traffic and Transportation Engineering, up to 30% of the total delays in accidents can be caused by people slowing down to look at the scene, and that's not even counting the psychological side of things. Have you ever felt like time literally slows down when you're stuck watching others watch? A bit of a time-sucking paradox, right? Asterisk quick poll. Have you ever been so fascinated by a traffic jam you just had to peek at what was going on? Don't lie, tweet me, I want to know. 4. Construction zones and roadwork. Then, we've got construction zones. Another fan favorite, roadwork is a necessary evil, but it certainly contributes a huge portion to traffic. I mean, we've all been there. 5 lanes turn into 2, and you have no idea if you're going to make it through in time for lunch. According to a Federal Highway Administration report, roadwork zones account for about 25% of urban congestion, and that doesn't even factor in the long-term delays caused by projects that span years. If you're like me, you've probably seen the same construction project sitting there for months. And then, when it finally gets finished, surprise, it causes a bottleneck at the exit ramp. So, here's the deal. Why does roadwork take so long? Part of it is that it's hard to repair roads without impacting traffic. But, also, a lot of roadwork is scheduled around traffic patterns, so they have to wait for the off-peak hours to do the big jobs. But, even with careful planning, it's still a giant pain. The average construction project in the US creates about 50,000 hours of delay every year on a single major highway. Asterisk. Alright, let's get interactive here. Tell me, have you been stuck in construction that felt like it would never end? Share your most painful construction delays with me on social media. I'll share some of the funniest responses later in the episode. Asterisk 5. Traffic waves and the stop and go effect. Now, here's where it gets kind of geeky. But bear with me because this is super interesting. Have you ever noticed that traffic seems to come in waves? You're crawling along, and then, bam, you get a break and zoom ahead, only to slow down again. This is called the stop-and-go effect, and it's one of the less obvious causes of traffic. Asterisk. Studies show that as little as one driver slamming on their brakes can send a ripple effect through traffic. A 2018 study by the Journal of Transportation Engineering found that these traffic waves make up as much as 20% of all delays. So, in short, one bad driver and suddenly you're caught in a domino effect of slowdowns. Asterisk 6. Driver behavior, human error, and then there's the human factor. You know, that person who cuts you off or tailgates you for no reason. According to a 2020 study by UC Berkeley, nearly 40% of traffic delays are caused by poor driving habits. This includes everything from tailgating to improper merging, and yes, I'm talking about you, Mr. I'll merge, at the last second guy. It's not just annoying, it actually causes real traffic delays. The study found that poor merging alone accounts for 16% of delays. So next time you're stuck behind a car that refuses to merge properly, just remember, they might be holding up everyone. Asterisk. I'd love to hear your thoughts on this one. Have you ever witnessed some absolutely mind-blowing driver behavior that caused traffic to come to a screeching halt? Hit me up on social, and we might just share your story in the next episode. We could all use a good laugh. Asterisk. Okay, folks, we've gone deep today into what causes traffic. From congestion to accidents, construction to driver behavior. It's clear that traffic is a much bigger problem than just a little inconvenience. So, what's the takeaway? Well, now you know exactly what's happening behind that frustrating standstill. The next time you're stuck in traffic, you can blame it on a combination of human behavior, poor design, and a whole bunch of other factors, and not just bad luck. So, I want to hear from you. Tell me about your worst traffic nightmares, or any funny moments you've had on the road. We're always taking submissions, and I'll share the best ones on the next episode. You can reach out via Twitter, Instagram, or even by email. I want to know what your traffic life looks like. Thanks for tuning in to the Traffic Jam Epidemic. And don't forget, drive safely out there, folks. It's a jungle out there, and we're all in this together. Lol.